Well, one of my Vlad TV YouTube members, Rough Sports 170, brought up an interesting story which you may or may not be familiar with. It is about the murder of Big U's younger brother, Dwayne Dupree, aka Drawz. You know about this?
At the studio?
He was killed by a guy named Timothy Joseph Magee, aka the Monster of Atwater.
Echo Park, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Drawz was the bodyguard for Kurupt at the time, and he was shot and killed in 1999 outside a music studio in LA.
They tried to blame DMX.
Echo Park, you're right. It happened outside Echo Sounds Music Studio in Atwater Village.
Yeah, they tried to blame DMX.
DMX?
Yeah, they tried to blame DMX back then. Yeah. Because they say the shooters allegedly, their first story was they came through on the bikes. So they was thinking some Rough Rider stuff, but.
Well, let me tell you about Timothy Joseph Magee. He's responsible for at least 12 homicides from 1997 to 2001, 3 of which led to convictions. He's also a suspect in at least 10 attempted murders, 4 of which led to convictions. In 2018, the LA Times named Magee one of the top 20 most notorious killers in the history of California.
Mexican dude, right?
Mexican dude, yeah. He looks kind of white, but yeah, I guess he's Mexican.
Well, here go the thing, you know, I'm gonna be
he's
real.
part of the Tunerville gang.
He wasn't targeted. And I'm gonna say this. I don't put his murder on Magee. I put his murder on the punk motherfuckers who locked Lil Drawz outside. On the people who pushed that vending machine in front of that door.
Oh.
So if y'all gonna talk about it, talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? Magee did what he was supposed to do, right? Lil Drawz just happened to be there with Kurupt. And if people, you know, wouldn't have did certain things, the brother could have made it into safety as everybody else did. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I mean to the youngsters. They talk that talk, they walk that walk. But when it come down to it, they gonna be just as nervous and scared as you are. Don't believe it, go the other way. So yeah, if they gonna talk about it, yeah, Magee was the shooter. Who his target was, who knows? But I will tell you this. He had more action at this young man because people that look like him who was there closed that door and pushed that vending machine in front of him. Those are the people who should be held accountable. They know who they are.
Well, what's crazy is that this year, Magee's murder convictions and death penalty were overturned because a juror was improperly dismissed during deliberations. Although they say that he's going to be retried. But he was on death row at one point, then Newsom ended up not doing any more death penalties. So
went to the yard.
So yeah, so he got moved to San Quentin. Well, he got moved from San Quentin death row to general population Salinas.
Gotcha.
So, no, I mean, listen, they compare this guy to Charles Manson, the Golden State Killer, and the Night Stalker. This is how deadly this guy was, or is. He's still alive. Right. He tried to kill cops. Like, what exactly is the story with this guy? Have you heard about him?
Yo, you gotta remember, he come from that era. You know, that's the late 80s, 90s era, bro. And that's why I tell a lot of these youngsters who be popping it, I'm like, yo, bro, the things you doing because of the myths and stories you heard from those before you. And I don't know why they think that people have forgotten how to do what they know how to do. You know, it's a struggle with me daily, you know, to ignore a lot of things because I come from that era. And in that era, getting busy was norm. It wasn't a surprise that these dudes did that. Back then, you know, the police and the police helicopters and gun fights in the middle of the street and kicking doors in and it was a normal thing. So he was gangbanging. That's what gangbanging was back then. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Your enemies over there, go get them. Your job is to get rid of your enemies. You get what I'm saying? And he was gangbanging.
Right. So Timothy Magee was the leader of Tunerville, aka Tunerville Reefa 13.
Says who?
Says the internet.
Says the law enforcement. Because they want him to be the leader, because classifying him as the leader says that we can give him a little more time. And you know what I mean? Hey, I don't know him, but I'm never going to say, yo, that dude's the leader, because it's many different facets that make up a gang. Some people got more say-so than others. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't think any of his homeboys came out and said he's the leader. If he got that type of reputation, none of his homies is going to come out and say he's the leader. That's coming from law enforcement. All right? So